War is often measured in weapons, territory, and casualties. But behind every missile launch and every explosion lies another battlefield. The battlefield of money. And in the growing confrontation between the United States and Iran, the financial cost is already staggering. According to analysts from the Center for Strategic and International Studies, the opening phase of the conflict alone burned through billions of dollars in just days. Because the U.S. Department of Defense has not released detailed spending numbers, analysts reconstructed the cost by comparing known military actions with typical congressional budget estimates. What they found is eye-opening. Air operations alone are costing the United States around $30 million every day. Naval deployments in the region add another $15 million daily. Ground operations bring additional expenses of roughly $1.6 million per day. But those numbers are just the beginning. In the first 100 hours of combat, the United States spent an estimated $1.5 billion on bombs, missiles, and artillery. Another $1.7 billion on interceptor systems used to stop Iranian missiles and drones. That means the opening stage of the war cost nearly $4 billion in less than 5 days. But this war is not just about how much the United States spends, it's about how little Iran has to spend to create those costs. Iran's military strategy relies heavily on asymmetric warfare. Instead of expensive stealth aircraft and aircraft carriers, Iran deploys ballistic missiles, proxy forces, and large numbers of drones. And those drones can be surprisingly cheap. Some are estimated to cost around $50,000. But to stop that drone, the defending side may launch an interceptor missile costing up to $4 million. That creates a dangerous cost exchange imbalance. For every $1 Iran spends, the defending side may spend dozens, or even hundreds, of dollars more. This isn't accidental. Military strategists call this a war of attrition. Instead of defeating a superpower directly, the strategy is to drain it economically over time. The United States fights wars with aircraft carrier strike groups, stealth bombers, satellite intelligence, and precision weapons. These systems are incredibly powerful, but they are also extraordinarily expensive. Iran, on the other hand, focuses on quantity and persistence, forcing the United States to respond again and again at a much higher cost. And if the conflict expands, the financial consequences could grow dramatically. According to projections from the Penn Wharton Budget Model, if the United States were to deploy boots on the ground and the war lasted just 2 months, the total cost could reach as much as $95 billion. That would place the conflict among the most expensive short-term military operations in recent history. And that estimate doesn't even include long-term deployments reconstruction or the global economic impact of instability in the Middle East. The real question may not simply be who can win the battlefield. The real question is, who can afford the war? Because history has shown something surprising. Wars are not always won by the country with the strongest military. Sometimes they are won by the country that can keep fighting the longest. And in modern conflicts, the true weapon may not be missiles or drones. It may be the cost of war itself. Stay informed as history unfolds. Subscribe now for daily updates and in-depth analysis.